Welcome to GIST 2020 Guidance on Innovation, Science and Technology, Webinar Session Series 2. Today, our speaker, Ms. Akansha Ma'am, is here. She is a founder and owner of Fashion and Festa. So, she's a wonderful speaker, and there is so much to say about ma'am. So, people are pretty much excited. So, ma'am, I kindly request you to take over the session.
Thank you so much. Hi everyone, I am Akansha Sehgal and as introduced, I have my venture Fashion and Fiesta. So my venture deals in personalized products. Basically the products range from gifting items to home decor to stationery products, and they are all personalized and customized. Also, we are mainly focused on handmade products. So a lot of handcrafted and handmade products will be there. And I'll tell you a little bit about my journey. So I started this venture in 2018, and it was a good start, a good growing start for me. Shall I switch on my camera or is it fine?
Yes, ma'am, you can turn on your camera, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Yeah, is it fine now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I started my journey in 2018 and it was a good start for me. But during like from February 2019, it was kind of declining because I had my admission procedures going on and some personal commitments. So I could not focus on my business. But after that, it got stagnant. There was not much of a growth. Uh, I want to discuss about this journey a little bit because the topic that I want to discuss today is social media marketing. And when you know about my journey, you will be able to understand better how social media marketing can help you in growing your ventures. So in November 2019, I regained all the things that I had. I planned out again, and eventually I was able to bring back the growth on my platform. So I operate through Instagram and Facebook initially, and in November 2019, I switched on to some other marketing techniques, and I started putting in efforts to bring more engagement, and that's how I was able to again come back on track to regain the engagement. Then the lockdown period started, and it was actually, uh, I should say, a blessing for me in some kind of way because it helped me in uh, bringing a lot of engagement to my page, which eventually is now turning on to a lot of customers coming onto my page. So the biggest role that uh, social media played here was to bring back the engagement on my page. So, first things first, a lot of people confuse that social media marketing is equals to digital marketing, which is not right. Digital marketing is way more broader than social media marketing, and social media is just a part of digital marketing. So I'll just focus on the social media aspect. So in basic layman terms, social media marketing is when you do marketing through various social media platforms. And there are a lot of platforms out there these days, but the biggest platforms currently are Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and LinkedIn to some extent. But there are a lot of niche related social media platforms that I will discuss about later. So I think let's get on. I'll just share the proper procedure of how social media marketing is done. So in every marketing plan, you first need to strategize and plan for what you want to do the marketing. And this goes same for the social media also. you first need to clear your thoughts about for what purpose you want to do your social media marketing. Is it to create brand awareness? Is it to increase sales? Is it to bring traffic to your website? For what purpose you want to go for social media marketing? You really need to be clear about that, because this will help you in answering the why of the why you want to do social media marketing. So first, we always have 5 W's and one how to answer. So this will answer your first W, which is why you want to do social media marketing. Then when you are strategizing and planning, go for the second W, which is for who you want to do the social media planning. So in this, target audience needs to be taken into consideration basically. So for example, let's talk about brand awareness. So in brand awareness, you can have two kinds of target audience. First is that when you are a completely new venture, you will target more wider number of audience. But if you are a venture who's into the business, who's into the industry for a few months, and you want to now create awareness among more people apart from the existing audience, so your target audience will be the people who are interested in your niche but are not the part of your existing audience. So you need to narrow down your audience. For example, if you want to increase your sales, your first thought would be to target those people who are interested in buying the products that you offer, in buying the services that you offer. So coming down to the target audience, the exact target audience is very necessary. If you not specify a target audience, you might not be able to properly uh, work with your ads, work with your content, because when you have a proper target audience, then only you can develop the content planners for them. You can target your ads accordingly. So you always need to have a target audience. Then comes the what question, like what content you want to give to your target audience. You need to work on that also. Like, do you want to create entertaining content? Do you want to create informative content? Do you want to like do you want content which markets your brand as well as helps you in doing some kind of research? For example, there are a lot of times when we see advertisements where they put up two products and they ask the people only which product they would like to buy. So in a way, they are doing marketing of their brand as well as doing the research. So you need to be clear about what content you want to generate for your target audience, and that content generation should depend on your initial goal, that why you want to do the social media marketing planning. So the first step of planning will give answers to 3 questions: why you want to do that, your primary goal, for whom you want to do that, your target audience, and what kind of content you want to uh, make for your audience. The second point in this process comes the publishing of the content. Now, this is the most crucial part, you can say, after planning, because here you will decide what kind of social media platforms you want to go for. So it will answer the remaining 3 questions, which is where, when, and how. So let's talk about where. It is very basic, like what kind of platforms you want to go for, where you want to put up your content that you have created. So you need to keep this in mind, that the platform that you are choosing should cater to your initial goals. For example, you also need to see that whether you are in B2C or B2B, because that will also have a lot of impact on choosing the platform. For B2B ventures, I would suggest that LinkedIn is the best platform because it's more for the businesses and the professional working. So if you're in B2B, your major platform should be LinkedIn. If you're B2C, there are a lot of platforms out there, but which one should you go for? So what kind of content you are creating, why you are creating that content, and who is your target audience. So when you see these questions and the answers to these questions, you'll get your platform sorted. For example, say you want to create brand awareness and your target audience, suppose you are in women clothing, so your target audience will be women, and what kind of content you want to create for brand awareness. Let's say you want to put a basic storyline of your business, how you started the business to gain more engagement, and give description about your products, your services. So these are the first few answers that you got. Now, the platforms that can suit you the best are Instagram. Then for women clothing, most of the women search on Google. So you can go for Google. So there's one point that if you're going for Instagram, you need to make sure that you have an SEO friendly platform along with Instagram. So SEO basically, Instagram is not SEO friendly. For those who don't know about SEO, SEO basically is when you search in the search bar on any platform, if you get direct results or not. For example, you deal in saris and you make a video on how to, or make a video or write a blog on how to drape one sari in 3 different ways. So if you make a video on that and put it on Instagram, and when you search on Instagram how to drape a sari in 3 different ways, it's not going to turn up on Instagram. Your video will not show because it's not search engine friendly. But when you write the same thing on Google or YouTube, your posts will show up if the algorithm is pushing them. That's like things that you have to deal with later on. But make sure that when you are going on Instagram, you go for some other platform as well, which is SEO friendly. Then this is the where. So in where, keep in mind, if you're choosing your primary platform as Instagram, you have supporting platforms with Instagram, and for B2B, go for LinkedIn. And there are a lot of niche specific social media sites. For example, I am in arts and crafts industry. So there are a lot of social media platforms that just cater to artists. So you need to search that in your industry, what are the social media platforms that you can go for, because that will help you in narrowing down your audience to a great extent, because those platforms are specifically targeting the audience in your industry. The people who are interested in that specific industry, those specific products, those people will be there on the platform only. And you don't need to spend a lot on ads to target to those specific people. They are already there, targeted enough. So search for those kind of platforms as well. Then comes how you want to put up your content. Is it in form of images? Is it in form of text? Is it in form of videos? So see what kind of content you are good at. Like some people are good in making tutorials or making videos, so you can go for video content. Some people are good in writing, so go for content writing, and you can go for blogs in that case. And blogs will support your Instagram. If you're going for Instagram, blogs are the most SEO friendly thing ever. So see how you want to make your content, and that how will also help you in choosing your platforms. For example, if you want to make uh, your thing like your promotional activities in form of content, then blogs are good for you. If it's images, Instagram is good for you. Now for images, one more tip that I would like to suggest you is that uh, I think all of you must have heard about the platform Pinterest. So Pinterest supports, like Pinterest is SEO friendly, and it is the fastest growing platform for images. So use Pinterest to your advantage. If you're just on Instagram, if you feel that there is no other platform that you can go on, like you cannot make that much good videos or you cannot generate that much good content for blogs, so go for Pinterest. Share your Instagram images on Pinterest, link your Instagram account below the images. That will give you SEO reach, as well as people will be able to get to your Instagram page directly from Pinterest. So you can use these kind of techniques to make your ventures more SEO friendly, as well as use social media to its best capacity. Then when question is basically, when are you going to post? So this you will learn with experience, and once you start posting, you'll get a lot of analytical information in your hand, and then you can go through that, see what are the days that your posts work the best, what are the times when your posts are working the best. So you need to see to that. So when will come a little later on, but it is also important in the initial phases also, because for example, when I used to put on Instagram initially, I knew that my audience is most active during the time slot of 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. This I got to know, like I used to post at different time slots initially, but I realized the posts that I'm putting during that time, they work the best, they got the most engagement. So I started posting around that time only, because that is the time when my audience is most active. So I will immediately gain the traction from my audience. And all the social media platforms work on engagement on your posts. No matter how good your posts are, but if they are not getting the engagement, the algorithms of the platforms will not push your posts or videos or whatever type of content you are posting in the top posts or the top blogs or the top results. So make sure you get proper engagement on your posts. And that is where the when part comes. So for publishing, the three questions were how, like how you're going to make your content: pictures, videos, text, or interactive series. That's your choice. Where, the platforms where you want to put up your content. And when, the time and the days that you shortlist for posting your content. uh, I'll share my experience. Like, I was initially working on Instagram and Facebook only. So I got to realize that I do not have the SEO friendly platforms in my hand. So I need to come up somewhere else where I can, get that SEO reach for my venture, for myself, so that people, if they are Googling the terms, or if they are going on YouTube and finding something, they are able to find me in some way or the other. Now, obviously, that depends on the engagement, but they are able to find me or in an organic way, basically. So I was making. When the lockdown happened, I knew that there will not be that much of sales on my page. So I did not want to go off the grid completely, because that would have ruined my business completely. So I decided that I'll go for DIY videos, do it yourself videos. I shared crafting tips and tricks, and I was doing all this on Instagram. And I realized that I'm not getting the like these videos will reach my existing audience and few more people apart from my existing audience. I need to go, I need to pitch to a wider audience. So for that, I need something which comes up on Google also. So I thought that if I'm making videos for IGTV, then why not put those videos on YouTube? So I started with YouTube. Now, YouTube helped me in gaining the reach among much more wider audience, because on YouTube I could target a lot of new people who didn't even know about me or my venture. So this is why I am focusing on to have an SEO friendly platform in your hand, apart from just Instagram and Facebook. So this was like my experience, my personal experience, that YouTube helped me in gaining much more traction from the audience that was not even like, I didn't even think of catering to that audience, or like I didn't even realize that this section of audience also exists who might be interested in my work. So YouTube helped me in targeting those people also. The next part in social media marketing will be to execute your strategies and then take feedbacks. And feedbacks you can get in two ways. First is analytics. All social media platforms have inbuilt analytics if you are going for business profiles and business pages. So almost all the social media platforms will give you analytics option. So don't take it like, don't do this mistake of not going through your analytics. Analytics give you a lot of information. For example, from where is your target audience, what is the age range of your audience that is on your page or your blog, what kind of content they are engaging with more, so, and what kind of content they are disliking more also. So this will help you in analyzing that on what content you should pay more focus and what are the content that people are not liking. So you should work more on that type of content to basically change or bring some differences, I should say, basically bring some changes to those posts so that they get the attraction of audience and they do not become the reason of someone disliking your platform. So go through your analytics, see what is the age range in which your customers are, because so when you know about the age range also, this will help you in bringing out a lot of promotional schemes. For example, if most of the age, most of the audience is from the age group of say uh, 20 to 35 years, so you can bring more promotional strategies related to discounts, sales. They are more likely to go for that. If it is from say 30 to 40 years and they are mostly married, they might have children, so you can go for promotional strategies that give something valuable to them as parents. So try and figure out what uh, composition, or what is the composition of your audience, the age, the marital status, the uh, basically all the demographics. So you need to go through your analytics. The second way is take feedbacks, take direct feedbacks from your consumers. So you posted a certain product, and then after few days, uh, there will always be certain people who are the most engaged on your page. They actually become your promoters. So go to them, ask them about your recent posts, or ask them what do you think that is the post good enough, or there is something that needs to be changed, or what kind of posts you would like to see more, what kind of content you would like to see more. If you are making videos, if you are making informative videos, then ask them what kind of videos you would like to see more. And not just your most engaged consumers, but the new ones also. For example, Instagram, it has the stories option. You can use it in a lot of ways. Go for polls, questions. Ask your audience, what do you want to see the next post on? What do you want the new product to be like? What problems you are facing, so that we can make a product to cater to that problem. Use all these things to your advantage. Use Always ask for feedbacks. There is no harm in asking for feedbacks or to generate new ideas for your upcoming posts. Then when you have done your feedbacks and you have a good amount of knowledge about how your followers, or how your how your audience is reacting to your posts, then see what are the things that needs to be changed and what are the things that you need to continue doing. Also, this is the part when the advertising on social media platform comes in. So you are seeing that some of your posts are really capturing the eyes of the people. So you know that if these posts are working well in my already existing audience, I can use these posts to gain much more audience on my platform by advertising. Now, when you're advertising, make sure you keep the first points in your mind: who is your target audience and what kind of content you are going to make. Because when you are advertising on the platforms, you need to put on some filters so that the platforms can target very specific audience. So you need to be clear about what audience you want to target. Otherwise, what happens is you make an ad, you do not put much of a filter, and your money gets wasted. And that is true, that happens because the platforms are not able to target the audience that you want to target, because they were not aware about what kind of audience you wanted. And the ads will reach the people who do not want to see the products or services that you are offering. So they will not be interested and your money will get wasted. So please, when you are doing the advertising on any social media platform, make sure that you put on the filters. You, like, there are a lot of filters you have to make an ad, but don't get lazy that, oh, there are so many filters, I don't want to do that. Don't do that. Always select the proper filters to narrow down to your target audience, because that will target specific people, the people who will be interested in your products, and that will save you a lot of money also. And saving money is important, because the money that you have saved will help you in going for more promotions in the future. So this is basically the overall gist of social media marketing. I hope I was able to give you some kind of insights, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have any confusions, you can ask me. I'll just tell all the steps once again for a quick recap, which is the planning, which gives you three questions and answers, which is why, who, and what kind of content. The second was publishing your content, and in those we answered how, where, and when. Then next is execution and getting feedbacks through direct feedback and analytics. And the last part was choosing your advertising platforms and making good ads for your business to promote your ventures. And yeah, that was about the social media marketing. So if you have any queries or discussion or like questions, you can ask.
Dear participants, the chat box is open. Please do post your questions in the chat box.
So there's a question, how do you ship customized products and how did you build your website such that it can customize via website? So currently I do not have a website. I am operating through Instagram and Facebook only. So I am planning of a website, and in that also I have kept this thing in mind. So there is a product picture, the description on how many pictures the product can hold or how many messages the product can hold, and all that is mentioned in the description. Then once you finalize your order, or once you say that I want to place an order for that, we will get in touch with you to know what pictures you want where, uh, what kind of messages you want where, and all those things are discussed one to one, and then the product is made and then shipped through courier services all over India. I hope that uh, answered your question. How social media helped your startup? So my startup is completely running on social media. My first steps were coming on to Instagram and Facebook as a business, and I take orders through Instagram and Facebook only. Last month only I started with my YouTube channel, so that I discussed that it also helped in bringing traction to my page. Then I'm on Pinterest as well, as I discussed that pro tip that you can share your pictures on Pinterest and link it to your Instagram account. So I used Pinterest as well. So this is how I am coming on different social media platforms and trying to reach a wider audience so that I can increase my audience and increase my customer base. And there are a lot of people who are not active on Instagram, but they are active on YouTube. So that helped me, that the people who are most active on one platform, they are coming to my other platform through the platform they are most active on. So like from YouTube to Insta to YouTube. So that is how my startup is working right now. I have seen Facebook, really nice products and smart. Thank you so much. What future social media marketing trends are on the horizon? Okay, so as I told you that, okay, so there is one more thing that I got to know, that Instagram is also planning to, like you see ads in between YouTube videos, like before YouTube videos or in between YouTube videos. I have heard this from quite a few business coaches, that Instagram is also planning to bring this on their IGTV videos, and Instagram have also developed a separate platform for just IGTV videos. So I think that Instagram is taking all these things in consideration, and I think it might get SEO friendly also. And then the growing trends, one is that, so there is a social media platform called Twitter also, and the engagement on Twitter is more related to politics, celebrities, and all that stuff, but it is changing now. So like I did a lot of courses recently, so I got to learn this thing, that the ads that you are creating work more on Facebook as compared to Twitter, because on Facebook they have more active buyers as compared to Twitter. But currently the graph is changing, so Twitter is also coming into picture for the sales purpose of advertisement, like to increase your sales through advertisements. Then there are a lot of niche specific platforms that are coming up. As I discussed, that there are few arts and crafts related social media platforms. So there are a lot of platforms that are niche specific and they're coming into picture, and people are recognizing the value of those platforms. So you should definitely try those things. And yeah, Instagram is the first and foremost platform that you should go for. And it is changing a lot over the years. And I think it might also get SEO friendly, but do not depend on Instagram completely, like in today's scenario. And I think that social media is the thing that is growing a lot. So social media marketing is definitely growing. Every business and every big business is also trying to come up on various social media platforms to promote their products, their services. So this trend is going to grow only in the near future. How to improve your efficiency in product? So this is a very like broad question, I think. And efficiency is improved like with time only. You when you work on one thing or two things back to back, you try and achieve that efficiency with time only. It's not a 1 day or a 1 week task. It comes with experience, it comes with time. So keep on working on your products and services, and efficiency will come with time only. There's no hard and fast guidelines on how you can improve your efficiency. You also, you should do a lot of planning for a lot of things. I know that sounds like, oh, your life runs on planning only, but planning is important. Like if I share my personal experience, so when I started with YouTube, Pinterest, and I already had Instagram and Facebook running, it became very taxing for me to, keep myself working for all the platforms, generate content for all the platforms. And it was like, I was like, what is happening? How am I gonna do this? I have started on so many platforms, but how will I, make for everything? So I sat back, I took a notebook, a pen, I scheduled, I planned everything. When I want to post on Instagram, when I want to post on YouTube, what I want to post, when I want to film for that, or when I want to click the pictures for my Instagram and Facebook. I planned everything. And now it has become like, I just wake up in the morning, I see my schedule for the day, I try and complete most of the tasks. Obviously, you will not be able to complete all the tasks. That's not possible always. But I try and complete most of the tasks, and that helped me in, uh, keeping myself sane that I have to do this thing only in this time. So that has increased my efficiency of producing more content, more good quality content. How are you scaling upon your business? Are you planning for adding any other products? Uh, so yeah, mostly I get orders for gift items. So for gifting, you need a wide variety of products. So I try and I keep on trying to find new products that I can arrange for, or I can make myself. So I keep on adding new products very regularly. So yeah. And scaling up is basically, I am planning to hire more artists who can work for me. Uh, that depends on commission basis of how it goes. But yeah, I am planning on scaling up in a lot of things by bringing in new artists, or maybe um, new vendors, new manufacturers in my network, I should say. Um, isn't social media marketing taking the place of email marketing? Uh, Not really, because when you do proper email marketing is the best way to get more traction, uh, or like I should say, email marketing helps you in achieving your goals more fast. So I recently did a course, and in that the instructor told that it was related to influencer marketing. So they told that they did not pitch the influencers through social media. They never replied through social media. They emailed all the influencers relevant to their industry. And they emailed, I think, 30 influencers, and from those 30, 20 replied. And if you see that, for social media, if you want, so for social media campaigns, there are a lot of times when you have to work with influencers and bloggers. They mostly reply on emails only. Also, when people talk about retargeting people, for example, I go on Amazon, I put certain products in my cart, but I do not purchase them. Uh, I will see the ads of the products on my social media platforms, but I will see those ads on a lot of other things, and that make up the part of digital marketing also. I get the mails. So recently I opted for a webinar, and I attended the first session, and due to some reasons I couldn't attend the second session, and they are continuously sending me emails only. They are not targeting me on any social media platforms. So it might, decline the use of email marketing, but it will not completely replace email marketing in any ways. Instagram ID is fashion and fiesta only. Like there are underscores after fashion. It's N and not and then fiesta underscore. Uh, and yeah, these were the end of the questions, I think. I hope I was able to answer all your questions.
Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you so much. Narendra Rahul here.
Hi, Rahul.
Hi, thank you so much. The session was terrific.
Thank
People,
you for inviting.
it was really good. It was really good. And thank you once again for taking out your time and enlightening us. Thank you once again.
Most. Thank you for